Shalom, shalom, Kohala Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Hakwadash, Yahweh being the true name of the Father as the word and calls God, Yahweh Shai being the name of the Son as the word and calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect and to the brothers that's pushing this truth and sincerity, risking life and freedom to do so. It's your brother Labar coming at you with another lesson in truth. And we're going to deal with this whole Jesus and God thing, man. You know, if you're waking up in the truth, you waking up to the truth, Salakia, or you already in the truth, you need more edification on this. So we'll go into this whole Jesus and God thing. For our people, we so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans are the true biblical Israelites. When you think about Jesus and God, which them are fake names and them are images that was created by your slave master, you know, to be the so-called white man in plantation Christianity, and they gave you these images to worship, you know. So let's get straight to it. So when you think about, you know, Jesus as you know, which is not his correct name, his correct name is Yahweh Shai. He was a Hebrew Israelite and he spoke the language of Hebrew. He didn't have an English name, right? And God is going back into, you got many different gods. God is a pagan concept, that name God, going back into Greek mythology and all that. So this is what you think of, right? This man here, so like you're not this man, so-called white man, which is true name that they painted Leonardo da Vinci. Y'all call them the Ninja Turtles, right? The four Salakia painters that was doing a Renaissance, heavily influenced Renaissance era. They painted these images, man, and they made you worship these images. Your grandmother, great grandmother, they gave this image to them, man. And this is white supremacy at its best, so called, because their nationality are Edomites. So this man is Caesar Borgia, right? I'm gonna do a lesson on him and break him down, all right, so you can completely understand. But this is the image when you think about, so-called Jesus and God. This what comes into your imagination, and that was by design to destroy you and to totally disassociate yourself from your heritage, your culture, your race, and they call you black, a crayon color, man. But we various shades of brown, you know. All right, so let's get straight into it. Let's get into the first scripture. We're gonna break this down for you so you can completely understand. All right, this is the book of 2 Thessalonians 2:11. So let's jump up to 8, right? So this is in your actual Bible now, the one that our people don't read. All right, this is 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall that wicked be revealed. Who is that wicked, man? It's a particular race of people on this earth that's wicked. And I don't have to go into any in-depth breakdown so you can know who those people are today. The so-called Caucasian race, man. Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. Who is the spirit of his mouth? So if you're waking up to the truth, God, as you know, is not going to come down and let you know the truth. He going to raise up men as prophets to teach you the truth. Show them this so they can teach you. So that's what this means. It's not literally saying this, man. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So he's going to come in this earth on which I know as UFOs, but these will be the chariots of Habashim Shemi Harashah, the chariots of the Lord. Those UFOs you've been seeing. All right? So let's get back into it. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. Him, working of Satan, all right? So let's go back. Even him. So this is a man, a race of people. All right? Not no antichrist that you've been taught, a man that's going to disappear out the abyss and then start doing miracles and all that. That's madness. Even him. So this is a race of people. Him, right? Whose coming is after the working of Satan. So they're using the left-hand side of Satan powers, the spiritual demon Satan. It's manifested through these race of people that are physical men, right? With all power and signs and lying wonders. So they have power to destroy this earth, power to rule over you, you know, and they can lie to you about everything and you don't know, right? Even this right here, this deception with this picture. All right, we'll get back into the picture. And with all deceitfulness and unrighteousness in them that perish. So it's going to cause you to perish, man, because they receive not the love for the truth. So once you hear the truth, you're supposed to grab onto it and gravitate to it and start to learn about who you are and where you come from and what your purpose is, that they might be saved. So that's going to lead you to salvation, understanding this doctrine, not Christianity. I know we've been all taught, that the Bible is a white man book. you know, a man wrote the Bible and so on and so forth, right? But the Bible is really our history book, and it's through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, all right? So there'll be God and Jesus, as you know. All right, 11, for this cause, God shall send them a strong delusion, Yahweh, the Most High. So that's a cut on that. They've been, teaching our people that God is all love. That's a lie. He sent this strong delusion that they should believe a lie. What is the lie? That God is a so-called white man, Jesus is a so-called white man, the angels are white, right? Um, God love everybody. He won't hurt a fly. All these things are lies, man. 12, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth. So we bringing you the truth. So if you don't believe this truth, that's you're gonna perish because of that. But have pleasure in unrighteousness. So unrighteousness is not understanding this truth and not being able to entertain this truth. So let's get back into the true image according to the Bible, how he looks. So we know this right here is a lie. Okay, matter of fact, let's hit one more scripture to prove that this would happen. Let's go to and this the books that they took out of the Bible, right? These ones in green, they took them out because they reveal what they done to us and what they done to history and to distort the truth and everything. Let's go to First Maccabees 3 and 48. Right, this is the book of First Maccabees 3 and 48. And laid open the book of the law. What is the book of the law? The Bible, man. Because why is it called the book of the law? Because it has our laws that govern our life in there, right? Such laws and commandments. Wherein the heathen, so this would be the other nations that's not so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, all the other heathens, especially the so-called white race, has sought to paint the likeness of their images. Right? We're going to read that again. Wherein the heathen, so-called white man, have sought to paint the likeness of their own image. So they wanted to paint people that look like them, man. And what they did is created that art and push it out to the mainstream, and that's who they told you who Jesus and God was. When the Bible don't agree with that. So let's get on to a true, accurate depiction, and we're gonna prove this through scripture. So this would be a more accurate depiction. We're not saying this actual is how they look, but this would be an accurate description, right? Be so-called black men, right? You ain't never heard this before, or if you have, you never heard it broken down through scripture. So this would be, there's a word going to call God on the throne, right? And his name is Yahweh. That's how you pronounce his name in the Hebrew tongue, not English. All right, and to the right side would be Yahweh Shai, is the word we know as Jesus Christ. And this would be a so-called black man. I know it's shocking, but we're going to prove it. Okay, so let's go to the to the description of so-called Jesus in the scriptures. Salaki. Let's go to that. So we're gonna go to Revelations, and that's the last book of the Bible. And take notes, man. I like to tell people to take notes, because that's the only way you're gonna remember this stuff. This is the book of Revelations. Let's jump up to the very top, 1 and 1. The revelation of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, or Jesus Christ, as you know. So that what does revelation mean? To reveal. To reveal what? The doctrine and how he look. All right, physically, which Yahweh, a God, gave unto him to show to his servants things. Who's the servants? The prophets, which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto the servant John. So John the Revelator wrote this, man, when he saw it in these visions. So if you go, let's start at 1 and 13. All right. So we know who is revealing. We went to the very top, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, or Jesus Christ, as you know. 1 and 13. So how he look? Okay, 1 and 14. That's what we're going to start at, Revelations 1 and 14. And his head, so he had a head. He had a spiritual body, right? His head and his hairs were white like wool. So they was white and woolly. Who the only people on the face of the earth have that texture of hair? And if they was being honest, they would have put this description just like how this says, because it's revealing how he look. So why did he put this up? So this a lot in. He got long, straight hair. Look at this guy, man. Let's get back into this. Let's get back into truth. Okay? To get back in 1 and 14, and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. So it was white. That's going to this true depiction. So we're going straight directly from the Bible. This will be a more accurate depiction. White woolly hair, right? So let's go back. Okay. And his eyes were as a flame of fire. So he drank wine, man. He had a serious look on his face. 15. And his feet like unto fine brass. So we're gonna go into color fine brass. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, we got an image of brass that's been burnt. Let's go to these images right here. And you see it's gonna turn dark, man. So this is burnt brass. Like you. And you see it's been burnt. That's the dark brown or black, right? You know, burnt brass. Right here, that's a dark color. It's not what you've been taught, man. So this is a lie that they put this picture up, man. All right, so let's go back into that scripture. So you see that's a dark brown or black, right? So he was a dark-skinned, so-called black man. So why did they put this image up? So let's get back into it. 1 in 14, 1 in 15, Salakia. And his feet like unto fine brass, and your feet is going to be the same color your body is. If you look at your feet on your body right now, and you look at your feet, it's going to be the same color as your whole rest of your body, man. And it's not a metaphor. It's literally how he looked. Okay? Brass, if they burned in a furnace, so when you burn something, it's going to turn dark. And his voice is the sound of many waters. He had a loud, commanding voice, man. All right, so let's go see. We're going to precept this. We're going to see how God, as you know, look. So we're going to go to Daniel. And a precept is just like a reference scripture. You know, that's how we used to read the Bible to get, a better understanding. All right, we're going to go to Daniel 7 and 9. And this is we still in the Holy Bible. All right, and I beheld, this is the book of Daniel 7 and 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down. So all these rulerships is on earth, right? We've been the last rulership, which be the so-called white man, Esau Edom kingdom. And the Ancient of Days did sit. So, hold up. The Ancient of Days did sit. Let's see what that is. Let's see what that's talking about. And this is God, as you know. Okay. We're going to this little insert, Salakia. Okay, we'll get straight to the point. Okay, as you see at the very top, what does the name Ancient of Days mean? Daniel was describing God, as you know, or Yahweh, who sat on a flaming throne. And his hair and his clothes were white as snow. So, right, let's get back into it. Ancient of Days is talking about God, as you know. So you got God and you got Jesus, as you've been taught, which the true name will be Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. He was sitting on the throne in heaven. All right? Daniel 79, I beheld till the thrones were cast down. All right, and the Ancient of Days did sit, so he had a body. God is not, like you've been taught, like he's a damn ghost spirit, man. That's not true. He actually has a spiritual body, whose garment was white as snow. So he had a garment on. He had clothing, man. All right, and his hair and his head like the pure wool. So he had white woolly hair like his son, man. So he was a so-called black man, and his throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels is the burning fire, Salakia. So look, let's go to this image here, and it's going to be accurate to what. Okay, so he had white woolly hair, right? Look at that, and that's not what they showed you. They showed you this. This is what they showed you, man. This little pathetic looking white boy, man. Crazy, man. So we're gonna go back into that scripture. So we know he had a body, and he used to be a so-called black man. All right. So I think I'm gonna do a part 2 on this one, because I'm running out of time. Call Halal Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem, Chakwadat, Shalom.